Tonight we are going to be talking about spiritual wickedness in high places. So that's our real enemy. Spiritual wickedness that sits in high places. So a lot of times when you really think about that, you'll sit down and say, it's no reward for the wicked. Sorta, but it's like rewards for the wicked. You see what I'm saying? Even though their ultimate spiritual life gonna be condemned, but their physical right now, the testing field that we all living in, they don't get rewards. And that's why you will see chain of commands in this physical plane, like anything that you're doing, especially like jobs or relationships. And relationship don't really necessarily mean a woman and a female relationship. It could be a relationship family wise, friend wise. Relationship in itself, it's a training off of command. You check chain of command type scenario. It all came from that type of nature. So right then you can see it have rewards for the wicked. And that's why they turn into so much evil, spiritual. The right word for it is reprobated minds. You know, if you need to look that up, it's in Romans. I think the first chapter in Romans have reprobated mind. Or I'll have to dabble in it a little bit more and tell you on another video the exact place. But it's in Romans where you have the mind of the wicked, of this spiritual wickedness that gets in ranks as it sets in the people, and the ranks send them to another rank, and they will know that rank next in that spiritual wickedness that they're into. So the reprobated mind is people who will probably backstab, lying tongues. They like to lie for gain. They'll backstab you to gain, and etc. It's a lot more of a reprobated mind tell you about them. And a person, you can't blame the human beings because they acting upon that spirit that's considered backstabbing. And that's a spirit that comes with its own dial-up. In a previous video, I was telling you when it was time for me to love, nobody couldn't teach me how to love. And you have to deal with love on your own. Backstabbing is a different something. It's like it's all planned out. Something done thought this whole thing out for you, and all you have to do is put the knife in the back and it's all set. Same with lying and all these other types of wickedness in high places. And that's where you could see that the human being doesn't have to do any learning to be a perfect backstabber. or they don't have to learn how to be a perfect great liar, or these type of stuff. It's all played out, and once they make that decision to do that, they're doing it for a gain, some type of earning of something. So they'll think real quick, like, I could just do this here, and which is probably backstab. I could probably just lie. I could probably just, you know what I'm saying, do any type of wickedness and fool that person. As we look on videos, movies, all etc., looking at people's lives that they'll pull up and share certain things with the world or with us as people, you will start to see basically that you don't have a brain alone. So what I'm trying to say is, you could join backstabbing line and stuff like that, but for 1 second, do not think that that person won't get to find out. Like, you super smart. No, it was made for confusion. It was made to cause more disruption, for you to continue on farther into a reprobated mind. And also with a reprobated mind, people could try to fight that off physically, but it wouldn't do them no good. Because if they are not aware of a backstabber, the next time, they will end up in problems again. If they are not aware of people lying and how to take stuff and not to fall in to the reprobated mind of this wickedness that rises up against you, if you can't control yourself and deal with it and cut it off from time you figuring it all out to be backstabbing or lying or something like that, you gotta cut it off immediately, or else you risk dabbling inside of it, trying to harm someone. That's another form of violence. That's like the biggest thing out of reprobated mind, because the violence is what it all brings. Every single thing you do, that's the finale of a reprobated mind. Violence. And we've seen a lot of it out here on these streets of reprobated. People are filled with reprobated minds because, say it with me, the people them don't have a mind to think for themselves. America has also spoiled the people. The government has spoiled the people to a comfortable type of, I don't do much, let me just do this. Sounds very reprobated, ain't it? I ain't necessarily saying that the system has taught us reprobated minds in America. I'm not going to clearly say it like that, but I'm just trying to say how they'll bring everything at your comfort, and you doesn't have to work for it, and you don't have to earn it or nothing like that. Is all you have to do is have this filthy money, and you can enjoy America and everything that there is, right? So sort of how that is put out is just like these wicked spirits in high places. You don't have to do much. All you have to do is just make up your mind on that final decision that is being handed down to you, for you to be able to know, well, for God to be able to know if you're on his side or you're not on his side, if you love God or if you don't love God. As I say that, let me get a little clearer with that, car. People though think they could rockle the fence when it comes to God. God made everything straight up and simple. So if you don't love him, you definitely hate him. is fixed this way. This is our most awesome, most powerful, almighty God up above. He has fixed it this way. It's either you're going to love me or you're going to hate me. It's not that you're going to ever get anyone come up and say, well, I don't love the Lord, but I ain't got nothing with him. I ain't got no troubles. Because reprobated minds is why you're going to fall inner if you don't have no love for the Lord. So, real quick, the Lord has made it with power. If you don't love him, you're going to just hate him. Because the acts upon what you're going to do, if you don't love the Lord, that means the other acts them that showing that you don't love the Lord, you don't do something else. All of that is to show that you do not like the Lord, period. Like you hate him because you're fighting him. He have it all fixed up like that. He's totally come here. And God, and this is another thing too, for us to keep in our mind. God is a God of war. Our God is a God of victory. So real quickly, you and me and every other human being around this place don't never earn victory. It's always given. And the only person that can give you victory is the Lord up above. He's the one who is victorious. And then the Lord, you depended on the Lord for it to come true and for you to win it. Well, victory mean win. You really don't like win nothing on your own. At a chance for you to say the very word, I had to win something, that mean you could have lose it too. So real quickly, you're starting to understand that victorious was given to you. You end up winning. You check, God give you the victory. So we have a victorious Lord. And that states out that the Lord fights. The Lord is a Lord of war. When the Lord do, nothing can't change. When the Lord say, nothing can say nothing else. When the Lord start punishing, nobody can take the punishment off. Only the Lord can ease up and take his hands off. Probably don't punish you anymore. He's the victorious one. So, real quickly, by saying that, we are hearing from the Bible to be peaceful, because our Lord is a peaceful God, right? And be loving and kind. These is all the traits of the Most High. But the Lord also has, as one of his traits, just like you hearing love, be kind, be peaceful, do right, it also have defend yourself. Now, hear what I said to you very clear. Defend yourself. That's like being discerning. That's how you defending yourself. And you can get better with it, with discerning, instead of having to defend yourself. But saying that to say is, we're here to fight. Even on the Lord's side. But the fight goes a little more different, because we're fighting, the real problem is spiritual wickedness in high places. And many human beings don't love God. So that means they hate God. And that spiritual wickedness is what they rather deal with. Because right here they will get rewards on this physical plane, even though when this life is done away with, they're doomed. So it come down to a point that we as righteous people, we are here to fight. The fight ain't to fight our fellow human beings. The fight really is spiritual wickedness in high places. So when you're hearing that, the first thing a person may think is, let me not turn into no reprobated mind and think that's pretty much it all. No. Don't turn into a reprobated mind and be very discerning of these people with reprobated minds. You've seen clearly that they have reprobated minds. Don't trust them. That's the first discernment. You're seeing clearly that these people ain't right. When you're just talking to them, they'll take advantage, which is considered like raping, all kind of other accessories of reprobatedness. You hear these type of things in some of these people that leaving you to know that is not your friend. Not necessarily that person, that mentality. You have to have a discernment not to mess with these people for real. Or else you risk being in the little circle of life of reprobatedness. Because real quickly, you ain't gonna fight the spirit. You gonna fight that person who trying to harness that spirit on you. You see what I'm saying? And not be aware that it's the spirit that'll come over all human beings, even your siblings. It might even happen to your parents. It might even happen to your grandparents. It happen to anyone. Once they start to, you telling them a good vibe or you telling them something positive, you check what you feel might happen for you, or you sharing good thoughts, which is good fellowship. That's how come you should only fellowship with people who are like you. That means you have to look for a while and see how people is. And even then, don't tell them everything. Certain things is a personal relationship between you and God. That means you thought about a good iration, a good intention, or you been going through some things and God say he go up to you, he go bless you, he go do certain things and give you an idea, give you a way out. But then you feel you could tell people. You can't tell no one until it done happen. Now here is the real trickiness of it, and then this video will be over. But it goes down like this. You might tell someone, man, I've been down for a minute, and the Lord told me we're in Egypt to go get some gold. A lot of it. Be a lot of gold to go get. You know, he probably only got this on a vision. He probably does get this in a dream, something like that. But it came on to you so strong that you believe in hopeful. And that's another thing the Lord say. Be hopeful in him and think good things and think for good things for yourself. So the Lord could give it to you. But when he's saying this here, you gotta catch on the fullness what that scripture is saying. You. Not you to tell other people. Not you to share it. When you having a you have to, that's another thing about friendship and trust and honor and loyalty and being a real good person. Not everything is for everybody. Not because you have a good relationship, someone tell you something here, no, you hear this good stuff here, you gotta go and tell everybody that you feel you good with because you found out something that kind of make a little sense with someone here. That ain't good to do. Sometimes you have to just keep it between you and that person. No referring. A personal relationship with the Lord. That's what the Lord is teaching us. How to really be good people, man. How to really, even in righteousness, how to really even do this righteousness and know what you're doing. Not just doing any old thing. You have ways, like people who want to do wickedness. You have step by step. So they could graduate and thing in their wickedness. Same for the righteous. You see what I'm saying? The Lord is sharing with you. You having hope. You were down. You have a low heart. You know, you went through a lot of things. And you've been wishing and hoping for good things. And then the Lord start to give you a vibes. You know, and you could feel it within that you good stuff coming for you. But then you went and tell someone who don't have a low state heart. They're not thinking like you. They're not feeling like you. But you can't tell them the situation as if they have a low heart like you. Then when you tell them, the first thing they do is start thinking negative, probably. Or start thinking doubtful. Or a lot of times what really, really do happen, when you tell somebody, say, I'm going to get a bunch of gold and the Lord has, and I'm hopeful and the Lord told me just where to go get this gold. They started thinking that's my goddamn gold. You know? You know, you can't tell me them type of stuff and ain't mine. They take it for themselves. God told me I'm going to get a great job that going to pay me hundreds of thousands by the year. Then people immediately start saying, what job you talking about? Let me go get this job here. This job ain't for you. What you mean the job for you? That job for me. You're here telling me. Some mysterious evilness that human being subconscious can't even think rightly. Something just start thinking for them. And trust me, every time it's a good something happening for people's life, the next human being that you told that to immediately start to think about that for themselves. There goes your hope. There goes your blessing. You ain't got it yet, and you told them. And now they put a lot of friction in. Because the price on the steak is very high with some real, what do you call it? Rare steak. Rare guy. Rare steak. I guess that's what they like. I don't know. It was some red steak to them. You know? That's funny, ain't it? But real quickly, it was too much of a good price, too much of a good number for they to start to say, that's good for you, man. I hope God bless you like that. Think correctly about it. No. Immediately, they start thinking in their head, nah, that's supposed to be for me. Nah, and that's a good idea. Well, what job it is, man? I'm going to go up there because that's for me. That ain't for you. What the hell you talking about? I'm glad you told me. But it's mine, not yours. Baby syndromes of little kids fighting for stuff one days. It's subconsciously in us. It ain't never left us. All when we are little kids, you see little kids, put two little kids there and put one toy that two of them are going to like. And you will see two of them kids not sharing and start to actually try to speak, even if they can't speak, and say, me, and your blood clot is. Me, not you. Yeah. One time. You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to give you the things them that come over your mind. You don't even self-think yet. This thing thought for you. And just to have you go and share from a lower state that God is going to bless you to someone who ain't been suffering, ain't have a lower state. They had the price and the steak was rare and the price was goddamn right. Then here, that's mine. You know, in a world that could be yours. Great story, but just replace you and put me in there. Real quickly. And when these type of things happen, it messes with the blessings that the Lord want to give to you. This is how come it's a personal relationship. What you and God talk about, if it ain't happen, don't talk to people about it. Just start getting in the habit. That's a loyalty. That's you gaining the Lord trust. Because some people feel like they ain't got a relationship with the Lord, or the Lord ain't real or something. Like some people are feel. Some people, I have to say it like that. God ain't real. When we die, we just dead or something like that. I don't know. Or aliens is more real than God. Or something else. You know? Nobody never really said the devil ain't real. Because they just feel and see wickedness out there. People who never do no type of spiritualness, whether good, whether bad, do evilness, right? Do violence or do something, right? Them people don't went up there and tell them it's the devil make me do it. They believe in this thing. But to find a person going up and say God is very rare. Because the devil and God are a little different. The devil ain't never trying to be your friend. He in for something on his own. And he putting you into something for your soul. That's what he need from you. So he ain't got to have no personal relationship with you. But the Lord need to have a personal relationship with you. So he's very different. So people will more believe in the devil because the devil ain't playing. He ain't care to be your friend. He ain't care to have no patience, none of that with you. He just trying to get your soul. So you to know he's real, you gonna see that. Acts 100% of the world right now, if the devil real, they will more believe the devil is real. And in saying that the devil is real, they will still sit there and say God ain't real. Why? It takes a personal relationship. Now I'm telling you of this personal relationship where you're trying to gain the trust of the Lord, where when the Lord you go into prayer and you start hoping for good things, you start wishing for good coming over you, and you could see a better vibe, and you got your mind instead of in some reprobated stuff, and all that other stuff with rare steaks and stuff like that, dangling like or something you could never reach, right? Instead of all that, the Lord have you with a personal relationship with him, gaining his trust, really finding yourself. Your mind is fully intact all day long with good thinkings. That's why the Lord always really, not always, but mainly a low-hearted person, a person who going through some stuff. And they start to think it all out in prayer. Because sometimes when you're speaking, you don't even know that you're praying. Because it's God you're talking to. You ain't talking to nobody else. Some people will be sitting there talking to themselves and think they're talking to themselves. They ain't talking to themselves. They're talking to God up above. They didn't like what happened to them. They didn't understand it or something. And they need clarification, need closure. No, you can only go to the Lord about that. So you find people talking to themselves, but they ain't talking to themselves. They're making their mind up, and God is within. The Holy Emmanuel, it within you, the intelligence within you. So as you start thinking for yourself, this better, why you deserve, why it's gonna happen to you, why you understand, let me understand it coming like this thing here. That's the Lord you're talking to. And if you're talking to the Lord, it's like you're praying. So you'll start to get yourself together as you pray. you start to really figure it out, because you don't like this thing, it hurt you, it keep you in low heart estate. So the Lord is going to help you to revive you again, show you just start over. They'll mostly be the number one thing to bring good success onto you. Start over with everybody. Learn people again. Sit straight, everybody a stranger right now. Okay? Nobody I could trust. Right? Let me start to go out there and start to discern who can I give some trust to, who can I talk to, who can I tell things to, and what can I tell them, and what not to go tell nobody. Then you start to understand you're praying, you're dealing with God himself, you're having a personal relationship within yourself to know better, because you just been in low heart estate, and it's because of some reprobated person did it to you. And most time them do it for no reason, just for their filthy, greedy gain. Whether they want to look better than you, be talked about better than you. A lot of people just love to be tough and violent more than you, and all these other stuff. They're fighting for these stuff. So when it come down, they are going to try to ravish you on that and leave you in low estate if you had trust them. So reality is, when you start to back up now and start to only trust in the Lord, like Psalm said many times in many different parts of Psalms, different types of Psalm, is saying to trust the Lord only. Trust yourself only. Trust the inner you that mean better for you only. Don't go to nobody else. Deal with you. And once you could be a good friend to you and you could trust you, then you will start to learn a little bit about it. Because that's the thing I think the whole world have a problem with. Every single human being. We all have trusting issues. And that's how come it's a violent world, full of reprobatedness. And that's the end of reprobated. They always carry straight down to the last one, violence. It never end good. Reprobated don't stop until it gets violent. And when it gets violent, one person gotta go. One person gonna stay. That's reprobated. You see what I'm saying? So, we all have big trust issues. The whole world have problem and trusting. You know why? A lot of us don't trust our own self. Our own in self. Don't tell certain people things. Keep this here to myself. Let me straighten up and get myself together. Whenever you say you're trying to get yourself together, you know you're praying to the Lord. So, real quickly, that is what this video is about. What are you fighting? You're not really fighting human beings. You fighting the spiritual wickedness that human beings can take on you when you start to trust them and tell them stuff. Who told you to trust them? You might tell someone something and then they start doubting it for you, but don't tell you nothing. That still hindered your hope, your good thinking of good things to happen for you. Start to have some trust for yourself. And then watch this whole thing rearrange. When you start to love you, you start to keep your mouth shut and silent and believe in things for yourself. You don't need somebody else there to believe it. It ain't gonna help you believe it any stronger. It's not gonna make it come any faster. I don't know why we learn stuff and then just go out there and blurt it out to everybody. Now you're listening to someone with a low estate who have suffered because I couldn't keep things to myself. And then I really start reading the Lord, studying the Bible, seeing what's going on within me. and caught on. I wasn't even being trustable to myself. When I get up, tell people things. You didn't trust into yourself and believe you could just know this alone and it'll happen. You believe in a good Lord. Once you have Lord with you, who else do you need? It's a time to build up your faith. A time to get yourself together. You're building you, the intelligent part of you. You're starting to trust in it. You're starting to believe in it more. When you don't believe in it is when you got to share everything with somebody. And 9 times out of 10, we are very different human beings. We're not going to feel exactly the same at the same time and all that. So when you tell that person that, they're going to come with some type of spiritual wickedness, even if they don't want to. So that's how come you can't blame the human being. They just don't feel just how you don't feel, man. You got low estate heart, man. I have full of joy or something, man. I just thief a whole $1 million, bro. You know what I mean? How you gonna come with that low estate stuff, man? You know what I mean? Like people on some whole different type of frequency. And you gotta tell them. Without a doubt. They might not want to mess you over, you know? They can't help it. They start doubting you. Probably don't say nothing. Laugh after you. That's another thing that they do. Mainly, a lot. If they ain't doubt you, they laugh and mock you. No, you put that person in trouble with God also. Because that was something that you and God was sharing. You told that person don't have the same frequency. And that person start laughing, man. Have you as a complete joke in our life. But here is the type of people that we trust. That's how come I tell you all of us have trust issues, bro. Because we sit down there and know people are going to laugh at us or doubt us or don't have no good thinking, just ill thinking on us. Whether it be family, whether it just subconsciously happen, just like little kids. It's minds. Goddamn, you find a kid actually speaking perfect goddamn words when they can't even self-speak nothing. You know, minds! You want to know how this kid learn how to speak already? Yeah, just give them a toy. One toy and 2 of them right there. And 2 of them like it the same. You watch, you see them kids, they go at it. As small as they are. Never no fight, they are fight. Never know English, they must speak English now. Mine, I say. You know what I mean? Them kids ain't flying. Just so we never changed. We have trust issues. When we grew up the same goddamn thing, they'll just start laughing after you. Because what they could see ain't look nothing like that. So them laugh after you. Not only you though. They also laugh after God. And that's how come all of us suffering with trust issues. Because we just sit down, right, and think funny about somebody else and think there's some joke or what kind of stupid is he telling me, man, laugh and talk that kind of talk about a person and not knowing that person was just not really praying and talking to God about this and they kind of sharing this with you, yo. No, you not only laughing at that person, man. You laughing at God also. Not only that, you're laughing at your own self too. Because you ain't laughing after God and they're going to go like that. So now, what happened is you have caused the Lord to have, he love all of us the same. So it's like you make somebody laugh after him, who he loved too. Because you couldn't just shut up and leave the Lord work in your life. And when it done happen, then tell them. But sometimes you have to see things like you wanted to tell a person, but you just mark that day like, hey, look, man, I want to tell you something, right? But I can't tell you. But just remember I told you this here and just Go in your calendar and you go in the calendar in your phone. Today's date. I always want to tell you something, but I just ain't want. I can't tell you right now. Then it happens. The Lord working in your life. Then you see that person again. And you say, pop out your phone, man. Pop out your phone. Remember this day will keep on telling you I had something to tell you? God tell me he gonna make me a 2 billionaire, bumbo clock, man. Not even one. 2 billions, man. You know what I mean? You know, not even one. Not even one. 2 billionaire means. You feel me? So basically, that's how the Lord loves to operate. And instead of you having your brother laughing after you or your sisters laughing after you, you wait till it happened. The God, Lord, move into your life, turn you into the 2 billionaire you need to be. And then you tell them, hey, remember the calendar date? Remember I tell you I won't tell you something, but I didn't tell you? I was praying to God that day. And God told me he'll make me 2 billion. Now, hey, look, silently check the zeros them on that time. Is that correctly that's 2 billion? That's enough zeros. And I said, well, I need to trust the Lord like this. I need to do this. I need this personal relationship, man. You know what I mean? I need to get right. You make them now have to come down like a little child, like they really are to the Lord. And they know that they have to get it right with the Lord, for they could have 2 billion like you. You see what I'm saying? Or fairly like 2 mothers have 2 little kids, and one special toy that the 2 of them like. One of them brought it there and bought it. The one that really bought the toy is who kid really owned that toy. But I can't probably see 2 good mothers who loving each other and have the kids them playing and stuff. They just take the toy, period. Even though it's more his own. But it might be the other one saying, mine! Hey, come, give me that toy. Give me my damn child toy. You? None of you ain't playing with this toy. Because it causing a force between you. Figure out how to get along first. Then I might pop it back out key to you. The things we think these kids don't know, they know. Because when them mothers get up, the one who really bought that toy and take that toy from 2 of them, all of them start crying. Now when they crying, they hearing words like, stop it. And stuff like that, they try to ease up and, the toy. You're going to have to behave for this toy. 2 of y'all. And then you show them it in a way and put it back in front of them. They start fussing, you take it from them again. They're going to start to realize, even as little kids, it's we fussing. When we fuss, this toy gone. You see what I'm saying? And none of us ain't getting the toy now. You check it, and now we play with each other and forget like we ain't just had a toy we were fighting about. So this has not left human beings even as adults right now. We all, it's like, I want to call it, and I want to bring up a new thing for this YouTube, where human being thinks without thinking. Like they really thinking. It's just the behavior patterns that they got away with, or stuff from since childhood, especially that minds. It's minds. And yeah, how them kids move like that. And never were really totally disciplined from it. And know that, nah, it ain't going like that. Nothing in yours. It's not yours. I'll beat you if you say it's yours. It's not yours. No minds here. For you walk on a mine and a blow up or something. Listen here, no minds. Something like that. And once you correct that child correctly about that, it will stall his mind when he's an adult now. He wouldn't just say minds because he always was disciplined hard on it. It'll make his mind spiral into many more thinking. Now he thinking, not just this mind spirit just come over him and now he's not even thinking and he got to snap out of it. So what I'm trying to say is we have some behavior patterns that keeping us away from trusting each other, keeping us away from keeping it real, being loyal, being loving, being kind, doing the right thing. Sometimes we're falling into some type of mindset that is thinking for us because it been working out that way and that's how we do see it, but it ain't really right. And our parents, them really ain't control a part of us. And trust me, that minds is one. Because at that kid growing up, it reached to a point where even you are going to discipline the kid and say, that's your shoes, go put it up. That's your clothes, go put it up. That's yours, go iron it. Go, this yours. So if you never discipline him about just moving like harshly and telling people, this mine's not yours, you ain't touching this and all of that, a parent will more give the child rights to go do that. So when it's happening when they are adults, it's like they ain't thinking, even though they're thinking. And we need to talk about some of them type of stuff, them attributes that come into us, which is spirits. And our parents allowed, or our government allowed us to be like that. Because the government is like that too. That's mind thing. It's a very serious thing. Like you walk in and you could step on a mine and blow up. For real. Because even the government are go give you that like, yo, that's yours. You gotta deal with that. Even our government, our workplace, everything, they make your chores. This is your work description. This is what you gotta do. So this mind thing, it'll mess us up also. Sometimes it make us go into, we thinking but we ain't thinking. And you gotta snap out of it and really think. Instead of just going with that flow. It's minds. And think that's always right. You have ways, and now we are going to end the video by saying what the Lord say. You have some ways unto a man that seem it right, but it's not right. And them same ways that seem it right, that not right, could also be reversed and be right. And that's the words of the Lord, saying that, yeah, it's yours, but sometime in the way how you having a discernment on it, and the way how you thinking and what you're trying to do, might be a wrong way to go about that, and that ain't right. Even though it's yours. You shouldn't have dealt with it like that. And it takes not just normal parents or normal people, period, or leaders or president. It takes special, noble, wise people to see that. As you tell them, they can clearly say, well, we understand that after the fact of you saying that it's mine, you're wrong. I know a lot of times, if not 100% times, you will say it's mine, and then everybody will have to sit down and say, you're right. But this time, the way how you disearn and you use what's yours, use it in a wrong way, and however, by you thinking that's mine, made you wrong. Now we're reaching into real noble, wise talk. And it's the Lord tell you, it seems like ways unto a man that may seem it right, but it'll be wrong. And then in certain ways, that same thing will just be right. So ain't what you do. It's how you do it. That's what this mind thing is leading us to know right now. Ain't what you do. It's how you do it. And with that, this was a nice, good prayer. And I hope that it help us out in us gain good stuff that we need out here, and to keep our mind occupied with all the good that the Lord really have in store for you. Because we lacking. We suffering a lot right now in this world because we all just deal with this minds and thinking but not thinking activities. But if you could keep your mind on being hopeful, knowing good things need to come to you because you're a child of the Lord, it's definitely going to happen. But ain't happening because it's spiritual wickedness. Another thing, the spiritual wickedness could be a family member. It could be your closest. You say you and your mom is the best. It could be your mama doing it. This thing make you think without thinking, and you can't blame your mama. It really ain't really like your mama. It's like this spiritual wickedness. It could be your dad. It could be your brothers. It could be somebody close to you. And you tell them something what you weren't supposed to say because y'all is not under the same frequency. Not even that that's my special mama. Like if you have any other mother. When you sit down and say, that's my special mama. You know what I mean? She's not feeling like how you feeling, sonny boy. You know? You're low in heart and she just make a heist for $2 million on the bank. Your heart ain't thinking the same. And you tell her your stuff and she start laughing after you or something. Not out loud. She might not disrespect you because you're her special boy. Special boy. So she don't just laugh silently, my little retarded special boy. Not only knowing, she also laugh at God like that. Because Holy Emmanuel is within you. The best of you. He's trying to bring it out of you. And your mama ain't aware because her frequency on robbing, heist, chasing down, getting $2 million from the bank. And boy, this man here in this low ass state telling me all this. Yeah. I start laughing. I can't wait to hang out the phone, tell my friends, my closest co-worker. What my crazy retarded son is talking. Yo, she also talking that about God also. And just you know. And it's like you put God to have to punish your mama, right, for doing that. Because it's okay to laugh after you, you know. But not when you believing in the Lord. Not when you praying to the Lord for good stuff. That, okay, now she playing with the Lord too. And then get spanked with many stripes. Many stripes you got spanked with. Who retarded? No. Playing with God, you're not going to win. So instead of putting your mama in problems and you breaking your trust for the Lord, just shut up until it happen. When it done happen, then you could tell your mother. Because she can't laugh at something what's real in front of her. Or say not your mama. Say your best friend. Wait till it done happen. They can't laugh at something what's real in front of them. As you telling them that's yours. Look at this. This the color of it. And stuff like that. Wow, Tim, wow. Why you? I need to get this trust, personal relationship with the Lord. How do I do this? Yeah. Well, if you want to know, this is the video for it. And also for those who want to comment, man, please give me a comment, man. I've been wishing one of y'all comment on my stuff, man. Man, if I see comments, I'm feeling good. So leave a comment down below. Let me know how you feeling as you hearing these type of things. I would love to interact. That's what I'm really here trying to do. I think I'll get more, like, that's what I'm trying to do this thing here for. So I could interact with people and grow a fellowship in the Lord. So if you want a fellowship like I want a fellowship in the Lord, comment below. Say something. Tell me something. And I'm out.